Today we'll start with the basics. I saw that most of you guys are from non-programming background and may face some of the issues. And I can understand that because I was also from non-programming background initially. So we'll start with the basics and we will go very slow. We'll try to understand about each and everything on Python and we'll make it good, right? So I don't have any issues spending much time again. And some of the things like we spoke about list and tuples, all those things which you already discussed. So those topics I will go quickly. But today we are talking about only Python, why Python, and how to install Python. Now we already know how to install Python, but there are other ways as well. So I want you should aware of all the things, and that is what the main motive here is for this curriculum. Consider that for Python, this is the very first class. Now, first of all, let's start with Python. Now, why people are using Python? Or what is the different version of Python we have, how we can install Python in our machine, right? Whether only Anaconda is the only option we have to install Python or there is some other options as well. What are the features of Python? How Python got created? Who was the father of Python, right? And where we can use Python, absolutely. Which companies are using Python? What are the limitations of Python we have, right? And we'll see like how Python is making things simple for us. What are the flavors of Python we have? What are the versions of Python we have? And then we'll talk about different type of identifiers. What are the keywords we have, right? What are the reserved words I can say? And then we'll see different type of data types, and then we'll stop this class, right? So that is what today's agenda is. So first of all, and I will write all the notes out here. I will share this notes so that it will be handy for you. Okay. Today there will not be much programming. It is just the theoretical concept of Python. Suddenly, if we see there is a big this thing happened. What do you say? Requirement of Python coming in. People are talking about Python, and a lot of things happen. But why this is happening? There are a lot of other programming languages are available. But if you know from the basic idea which we had in the very first classes initially, we know that Python is a very easy language and very easy to use. It's a free open source language and so on. So if we go to Google Trend, you can see that this is what here you can put on the keywords, whatever things we are interested in. For example, Python. So Python language, I'll select that. I want to compare this with, let's say, Java programming language. And also I want to compare it with what else? C++ programming language. All right. I'll just compare these three and you can see that over the period of time for last 12 months, at least Python is on top. Let's see what happened in past. Let's say if I go 2004 till present, you see that there was a huge demand of Java, right? There were a lot of searches basically. So this Google Trend is helping me understand that what are the searches happening in the internet, and there was a vast gap between the programming languages. Python in 2004 is not very much in demand, and people are not talking about it. But if you see here in around 2012 or something, you'll see that the rise of this programming language against C happened. At the same time, near about 2017, people are now much talking about Python. Okay, so this trend clearly shows us that yes, there is something happened, some changes happened. Now, first of all, how to install Python, and obviously I come to the features. So how to install Python? For that, there are various ways. We already know one way, which is anaconda.com. And there is another way also. Go to python.org and you can download Python from this particular website as well, which is the official website of Python. You can go to downloads and you can see that the latest version which we have is 3.8.2, which is the current version which Python offers. But if you see in Anaconda download, you can see that the version which Anaconda is offering as of now is 3.7 and 2.7. Now, what is the difference? Obviously, 3.8 is the latest version. There will be some modification happened. But what is the difference between 2.7 and 3.7? Python is a programming language which is working with different. इसका जो एक बोलते हैं कोई एक मैं नया सॉफ्टवेयर लेके आता हूँ. फॉर एग्जांपल मैंने टैबलो लेके आया. टैबलो का वर्जन 2.18 था, अब वर्जन 2.19 आ गया, अब वर्जन 2.20 आ गया, राइट. तो जैसे जैसे मैं कोई एक सॉफ्टवेयर का वर्जन लेके आता हूँ, एट दैट पॉइंट इन टाइम वो पुराने वर्जन को भी सपोर्ट करता है. फॉर एग्जांपल कोई रिपोर्ट मैंने टैबलो 2018 में बना रखी है, अब टैबलो 2020 आ गया है, so I will able to use the older report in Tableau 2020 as well, right? That is what software is all about, right? कोई भी नया अपग्रेड आता है तो पुरानी कोड चलती रहनी चाहिए. बट पाइथन एक ऐसा सॉफ्टवेयर है, पाइथन एक ऐसा प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज है जो इस तरीके से बिहेव नहीं करता है, एंड देयर इज अ रीजन फॉर इट. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, अगर मैंने पाइथन 2.7 वर्जन पे कोई कोडिंग करी है, there is no guarantee that that code will run in Python 3.7 because there are a lot of changes happened, and when Python is coming up with a new version, there are very much chances that the older code of previous versions will not run. And what is the reason for that? Python ने अपना development cycle ऐसा बना रखा है, they don't want to like compromise on any features. अगर मैं एक ही सॉफ्टवेयर को आगे अपग्रेड करता रहता हूँ, तो उस केस में ऐसा है कि कुछ फीचर्स को मुझे कॉम्प्रोमाइज करना पड़ सकता है. कि भाई मैं अगर सपोज पाइथन प्रोग्रामिंग मैंने सी प्रोग्रामिंग के ऊपर बना रखी है, राइट, तो सी प्रोग्रामिंग के जो फीचर्स हैं वही मुझे पाइथन में डालने पड़ेंगे. बट पाइथन इज अ प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज विच इज क्रिएटेड ऑन टॉप ऑफ वेरियस लैंग्वेजेस. उसका मतलब क्या है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आगे हम लोग काफी चीजें देखेंगे जैसे कि फंक्शनल प्रोग्रामिंग. हमने, if you guys remember, we created a function def and the function name. So when we are creating a programming language, or when we are creating a program using functions, that is known as functional programming. So now functional programming, ये जो फीचर है पाइथन के अंदर, ये उसने कहां से लिया है? borrowed from C programming. Okay, it borrowed from C programming. मतलब कि उसने क्या किया, मुझे फंक्शनल प्रोग्रामिंग के सारे फीचर्स चाहिए, उसने सी प्रोग्रामिंग से जो भी फीचर्स से उठा लिए और उसने कोड बना दिया, लाइक सॉफ्टवेयर बना दिए. फिर आता है सेकंड कॉन्सेप्ट विच इज oops, which is nothing but object oriented programming language. Now this is a functional programming language, now there is object oriented programming language. So object oriented programming language. अब ये इसने कहां से लिया? ये उसने उठाया C++ से. Then scripting language features. फंक्शनल प्रोग्रामिंग C से उठाई, ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग C++ से उठाई, स्क्रिप्टिंग लैंग्वेज फीचर कहां से उठाई? स्क्रिप्टिंग लैंग्वेज उठाई उसने Perl and shell scripting. Okay, so when I want to do any scripting language feature, or I want to apply any scripting language feature, it is coming from Perl and shell scripting. फिर एक और कॉन्सेप्ट होता है मॉड्यूलर प्रोग्रामिंग. मॉड्यूल बेसिस पे मैंने मॉड्यूल्स बना दिए हैं, राइट. सो वी हैव अ मॉड्यूलर प्रोग्रामिंग. अब मॉड्यूलर प्रोग्रामिंग का फीचर वो कहां से लेके आया? मॉड्यूलर प्रोग्रामिंग का फीचर वो लेके आया Modula 3. Then last is syntax. बेसिकली मेरे जो सिंटेक्स आ रहे हैं, सी प्रोग्रामिंग के सिंटेक्स हैं, जावा के सिंटेक्स है, पाइथन के सिंटेक्स हैं, जो सिंटैक्टिकल चीजें हैं वो पाइथन कहां से लेके आया? सो पाइथन टेकिंग द सिंटेक्स फ्रॉम सी प्रोग्रामिंग एंड एबीसी प्रोग्रामिंग. तो एबीसी प्रोग्रामिंग अभी चलता नहीं है, वो बहुत पुराना था, तो उससे भी उसने कुछ सिंटेक्स उठाए हुए हैं. सो देयर इज सी प्रोग्रामिंग एंड एबीसी प्रोग्रामिंग which is helping us to get the syntax in Python. तो आप देखोगे जो भी मेरे फीचर्स हैं, these features I am taking from various different programming language. Now if something changes in C++, something changes in Modula, something changes in Perl all shell scripting, obviously that changes will happen in Python latest version. Some of the features I am taking from the latest version of Python, some of the features which are created already in old version of Python, उसमें ये feature शायद नहीं हो सकते हैं. Some of the syntactical changes happening in one of the programming language, so obviously it will impact the older version as well. तो 2.7 अगर वर्जन है पाइथन का, तो उसमें if you see, अगर मैं प्रिंट चलाना चाहता हूँ, let's say I created a variable called x, नॉर्मली हम लोग क्या करते हैं, हम लोग प्रिंट x करते हैं. बट इफ आई टॉक अबाउट पाइथन 2.7, वहां पे प्रिंट x ऐसे चलता है, where bracket is not required, but here you can see that it is giving me an error. Why? Because this is Python 3. All right, so these are the features which we are getting from various different programming language and getting in Python. That is the reason Python is not supporting the older version. So कल को अगर Python 5 आ जाता है, so there are definitely chances that some of the programs which are running in Python 3 will not work in Python 5, or some of the programs which are running in Python 5 will not work in Python 3. Now question arises, उस केस में फिर हम लोग हैंडल कैसे करेंगे चीजें? फॉर एग्जाम्पल आज मैंने पाइथन 3 पे सारा कोड बना दिया, अब मुझे मालूम है कि आज के 2 साल बाद पाइथन 5 आने वाला है, तो पाइथन 5 आने के बाद ऑब्वियसली जो मेरे नए प्रोग्राम्स बनेंगे वो पाइथन 5 पे बनेंगे, और जो मेरे पुराने प्रोग्राम है वो पाइथन 3 पे बनेंगे, और पाइथन 3 और पाइथन 5 को मैं आपस में चला नहीं सकता हूँ, तो ऑब्वियसली मुझे पाइथन 3 से पाइथन 5 पे मूव होना पड़ेगा. ओके, सो हियर पाइथन गिव्स अ सपोर्ट ऑफ पाइथन 3. सो बेसिकली पाइथन 2.7 का सपोर्ट अभी तक पाइथन दे रही थी, पाइथन 2.7 का सपोर्ट 2020 में बंद कर दिया. सो ये 2018 में पाइथन 3 आया था, 2020 में पाइथन 2.7 का सपोर्ट बंद किया, बिकॉज पाइथन वांट्स कि जो कंपनी एग्जिस्टिंग पाइथन 2.7 पे कोड चला रही है उसको वो माइग्रेट कर ले पहले पाइथन 3.7 पे, उसके बाद ही मैं पाइथन 2.7 का सपोर्ट बंद करूंगा. So Python gives a time duration that you have 2 years, convert all your codes from Python latest version, like from old version to latest version, so that once the old version is not supported, at that point in time, every code will be written in the latest version, already been written in the latest version. So that is how Python actually works. Now, where can we use Python? Now, Python का इतना डिमांड हो क्यों रहा है? Why people are talking about Python? Because I can do, you think of anything, you will able to do in Python. So where can we use Python? I already discussed that, but I wanted to discuss and have a documentation with you so that it will be easy for you to understand in future also. If you want to basically read, you will have this document with you. Desktop application banana hai, you can use Python. डेस्कटॉप एप्लीकेशन क्या होती है? जहां पे मुझे इंटरनेट की जरूरत नहीं है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल लेट्स से एक सिंपल सा एग्जांपल हो तो कैलकुलेटर, हम लोग कैलकुलेटर खोलते हैं, उसको इंटरनेट की जरूरत नहीं है. सो इट्स अ डेस्कटॉप एप्लीकेशन. सो व्हेन आई वांट टू क्रिएट अ डेस्कटॉप एप्लीकेशन, पाइथन कैन बी यूज्ड. सो वेयर इंटरनेट इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड, फॉर एग्जाम्पल calculators. Then second we can use as web application. अब web application मैं बना ही सकता हूँ. So web application. For that, in Python we have various frameworks like Django. लोग इसको Django बोलते हैं, but D is silent. So Django is one of the framework which is helping us to create a web application. Second is we have Flask as well. Okay, and Tkinter as well. These are the three frameworks which we have for Python web development. तो मैं अपनी वेबसाइट भी बना सकता हूँ Python से using Django और Flask. Now database related application. कोई database है, उस database से मुझे अपना data fetch करके कुछ processing करनी है. I can use Python as well. So the third application is database related applications. Then what else? अगर मुझे कुछ networking करनी है, right? Those guys who are from computer background, if there are some networking type of problem, right? I want to connect this machine with this machine. I want to do some networking on that machines. I can use Python as well. So for networking applications, we can use Python. For example, मेरा एक machine यहाँ पर है गुड़गांव में, एक machine नागपुर में. I want to connect this machine with that machine and do some network processing there. I can apply Python very well and achieve that. I can create games. Now gaming industry में भी Python काफी demand है. So I can create games also using Python. We can create a lot of games using Python. My son plays a game called Roblox. So Roblox is created on Python. And he says that he wants to create some more game in Python. So hopefully he will do also Python coding soon. Next, we have data analytics and data science. Now that is what we are going to focus on, right? So data analytics and data science, we can apply Python as well here. That is why you can see that when we are talking about data science, the first thing comes in our mind is Python. In any, not in you, in any of the IT professional, because Python is very well equipped with a lot of beautiful libraries for data science, which you will learn in the future classes. If you want to apply machine learning, which is a subset of data science, so if you want to apply machine learning, we can apply Python absolutely without any issues. If you want to apply artificial intelligence, no issues, you can use Python absolutely. And finally, IoT applications. If you want to apply any IoT application, Python is the one which you can go for without any issues. Now question arises, Python. Why? Now every programming language has a name, Python, right? When big data came, then big data name came in, but logo was also coming in. Big data is fine, but the logo of big data is what? Elephant with a cap, right? If you guys know big data, if you check big data Hadoop, basically Hadoop logo, you can see that Hadoop logo is like an elephant. Earlier it was elephant with a cap, but now it is elephant. Okay. So how this elephant came in? Elephant is a big animal, and the creator of this programming language, his son was playing with an elephant with a cap, a small toy. So he decided to create a name as, like, create a logo as elephant with a cap. Now it has changed obviously, but that is how it came in. Now how Python name came in? Python is like a snake, right? It's a big snake. So what is the relation? So there is no relation with snake as such. This programming language was initially developed in around 1974 or something. Okay. This programming, when initially coming in, it was coming in 1974 something. So there was a show going on in BBC, right? In BBC there was a show, Monty Python Circus. Okay, so there was a show in BBC, which is Monty Python Flying Circus, and this Python, because this show was very much famous at that point in time. So the developer of this particular programming language decided to go with the name as Python. Now, who is the developer of Python? So the developer of Python is Gan Studio GI. This is the guy who is the father of Python. All right, so this guy created Python, and if you see here, he was born in 1956. He is a Dutch programmer. Basically, he's from Netherlands, and he actually created Python programming. Okay, so this is about an idea and how it actually works. What is the benefit of Python? Now, question arises: what all companies are using Python? Now we are learning Python. That is fine. People are using Python. I told you guys that Python is very much in demand. People are using it. Please learn that. That's fine. But I should give you some idea about it as well. Which companies are using Python? Name any big companies. Google. I know everyone aware of what Google is. Facebook, Apple, Microsoft, YouTube, Dropbox, NASA. Name any company. You will find Python is present there. Okay, so these are some of the famous companies which we are already aware of, and these companies are using Python. Now, question arises, what is the feature of Python? Why Python is very much in demand? We already know some of the concepts, but let me get into detail. So, features of Python. The first feature is obviously simple and easy to learn. When we will learn Python, when we will do machine learning data science on Python, you will see that I want to apply a regression. It will take around 15 lines of a code. That's it. You will able to create a data science program in 15 lines of a code, and those lines are pretty much English language. No issues. Just write few words for if and all and done. In fact, you don't have to write for and extra for if also. You just have to call a package and done. So that is the benefit of this particular programming language. I already mentioned many times that Java, if you need to do some, if you want to create a variable, Java requires at least 5 lines. However, Python requires only 3 words. That's it. So first is simple and easy to learn. Second, it is an open source programming language. Open source means it is a free language. You don't have to pay anything if you want to put Python in your machine. We already saw that, right? So open source programming language. Now, what is the benefit of that? The benefit of this is I can create my custom programming language as well. For example, I want to connect Java with Python and do the programming. All right. So there are already packages or there are programming language already available known as Jthon, which is helping us to connect Java and Python and do the programming. So basically the benefit of open source is that I can do anything from my side and create my own products, create my own languages, create my own solutions. Third feature is Python is a high level programming language. Python is high level programming language. Now, what does that mean? High level programming language. High level programming language मतलब होता है human readable programs for I in range. Print I मुझे समझ में आ रहा है, बट अगर मैं ये लिखूं What is this? I will not able to understand. Machine will able to understand this. What is this code? Basically, machine binary form में read करता है चीजें. So when I write a code something like this, I as a human will not able to understand that. And this type of programmings are low level programming language. High level programming languages are human able to understand that as well. So human able to understand. Next, what all features we have in Python? Platform independent. Python is platform independent. Now, what does that mean? I can run a program. Suppose मैंने एक प्रोग्राम बनाया इसमें विंडोज में, वो सेम प्रोग्राम मुझे चलाना है यूनिक्स में, लाइनक्स में, मैक में, या एनी अदर operating system like Solaris and IBM and anything, right? I will able to run that. Python is platform independent. I can run any program in any machines, Unix, Linux, etc. And this is known as WORA, write once and run anywhere. All right. So platform independent means can run the program in any machine or operating systems. WORA, which is write once and run anywhere. Write once and run anywhere. What else? Portability. Python is a portable language. अब उसका मतलब क्या है? Suppose मेरे सारे के सारे प्रोग्राम विंडोज में है और फॉर एग्जांपल लेट्स से मैंने एक प्रोग्राम बनाया. सिंपल एग्जांपल देता हूं मैं. मेरी कंपनी है, मैंने एक अच्छा सा प्रोग्राम रिग्रेशन का बना दिया है. दिस इज माय रिग्रेशन प्रोग्राम व्हिच इज क्रिएटेड इन पाइथन. ऑलराइट. सो मैंने रिग्रेशन का प्रोग्राम बना के पाइथन में बना दिया. नाउ आई वांट टू सेल दिस प्रोग्राम टू वेरियस डिफरेंट वेंडर्स और वेरियस डिफरेंट क्लाइंट्स. अब एक क्लाइंट मेरे पास आता है, बोलता है यार ठीक है मुझे प्रोग्राम अच्छा लग रहा है, आई वांट दिस प्रोग्राम, बट मेरे पास विंडोज मशीन है. चलेगा? चलेगा, क्यों नहीं चलेगा? सो बंदे को मैंने विंडोज मशीन में बेच दिया. कल को एक और क्लाइंट आता है, बोलता है यार मेरा मैक मशीन है, मैक में मेरा सारा ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम है, तुम्हारा ये प्रोग्राम चल जाएगा? यस, व्हाई नॉट, यू कैन रन दैट इन योर मैक एज वेल. कल को आता है एक बंदा, बोलता है मेरे यूनिक्स में चाहिए, चला लो, यूनिक्स में भी चला लो. So basically it is portable. So when I am creating any solution, it is portable to various different operating systems, guys. All right. So that is portability. So portability and platform independent are almost the same. It is just a thin line of a difference. एक सॉल्यूशन बना रहा हूं, उसको कहीं भी चला सकता हूं, या फिर पाइथन को मैं कहीं भी चला सकता हूं. एक बार मैंने कहीं भी लिख दिया, उसको मैं कोई भी एनवायरनमेंट में चला सकता हूं. पोर्टेबिलिटी and platform independent is almost the same. It is just thin line of a difference that if I'm creating a solution for my company and I want to sell it, I can sell it to any vendor of any program, any operating system. All right. So no changes required to move the program from Windows to Unix or Unix to Windows or from my platform to other platform. No changes required to move the code from Windows to Unix, right? इसका मतलब और एक और इजी तरीका है, क्योंकि ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि मैं विंडोज में चला सकता हूँ पाइथन, मैं मैक में चला सकता हूँ पाइथन, बट हो सकता है कि मैक में कुछ अलग सिंटेक्स हो और विंडोज में कुछ अलग सिंटेक्स हो. ऐसा कुछ प्रोग्रामिंग में हो सकता है, प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेजेस में, बट पाइथन में ऐसा नहीं है. पाइथन में अगर आपने विंडोज में कोड चला रखा है, सेम कोड आपका मैक में भी चल जाएगा, कोई चेंजेस करने की जरूरत नहीं है. एंड दैट इज व्हाट पोर्टेबिलिटी इज ऑल अबाउट. नेक्स्ट इज डायनामिकली टाइप्ड लैंग्वेज. हमने वेरिएबल्स बनाए थे, राइट? x इक्वल टू 10, y equal to 2.5, z equal to Rahul, r equal to true. We are creating a variable, but हमने वहां पर डेटा टाइप नहीं दिया, because it is a dynamically typed programming language. Variable don't have to declare. मुझे वेरिएबल पे डिक्लेयर करने की जरूरत नहीं है कि कौन से टाइप का डेटा टाइप होगा, वो ऑटोमेटिकली अंडरस्टैंड कर लेगा. So no need of declaring the variable type. Python is a programming language which is everything is object. Python हर चीज को एज अ ऑब्जेक्ट ट्रीट करता है. मैंने x इज इक्वल टू 10 लिखा. नाउ दिस x इज एन ऑब्जेक्ट. अभी हम लोग ऑपरेटिंग ऊप्स कॉन्सेप्ट पढ़ेंगे आगे जाके. तो देयर इज अ कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट एंड क्लास. तो एक क्लास होती है, उस क्लास के अंदर एक ऑब्जेक्ट होता है. तो ये ऑब्जेक्ट है, बट क्वेश्चन आता है कि इसकी क्लास क्या है. बिकॉज इफ आई टॉक अबाउट, we will talk about oops concept very much in detail, don't worry about that, but for layman term I will say that एक क्लास है, उस क्लास के अंदर एक ऑब्जेक्ट होती है. ओके तो मेरी ऑब्जेक्ट तो ये है x इक्वल टू 10. तो उसकी क्लास क्या है, उसको देखना हो तो क्या कर सकते हैं हम लोग. टाइप ऑफ x इंटीजर, बट इंटीजर तो डेटा टाइप है. क्लास क्या है, will do print of type of x, and you can see that the class is an integer. तो उसने integer class के अंदर एक object बनाया x equal to 10. okay, so basically Python considers each and every value which we are creating as an object. What else we have? Python has a feature of both. Python can create object oriented programming language as well as procedure oriented programming language. तो मैं ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज भी बना सकता हूं, मैं प्रोसीजर ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज भी बना सकता हूं. प्रोसीजर ओरिएंटेड इज समथिंग लाइक आई एम क्रिएटिंग अ बिग कोड एंड राइटिंग अ प्रोसीजर वन बाय वन. पहले ये करो, फिर ये करो, फिर ये करो. आई विल क्रिएट अ स्टेप बाय स्टेप प्रोसेस. However, OOPS is like a programming language which is helping me to use a single code multiple times. उसकी reusability बढ़ाता है OOPS concept. Finally, what else we have for Python? What all features we have? We already saw how many features? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still, we have to talk about some more features. So the eighth one is Python is interpreted programming language, right? Python is interpreted programming language. अब इसका मतलब क्या है? पाइथन कभी कंपाइल नहीं करता है. अगर मैं जावा की बात करूं, दोस्त गाइस वो जावा, जब जावा का कोड लिखते हैं पहले उसको मुझे कंपाइल करना पड़ता है, फिर चलता है. बट पाइथन को कोई भी कोड चलाने के लिए कंपाइलेशन की जरूरत नहीं होती है. पाइथन का इंटरप्रेटर जो है वो खुद ही चेक कर लेता है कि ये कोड सही है कि नहीं है, और अगर सही नहीं है तो वहां पे तुरंत एरर थ्रो कर देता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल लेट्स से x इज इक्वल टू एग्जीक्यूट, इसने तुरंत एरर थ्रो कर दिया, देयर इज एन इनवैलिड सिंटैक्स. सो पाइथन का फायदा क्या है कि इंटरप्रेटर मेरा बैकएंड में चलता है, और जहां भी उसको फेल, मतलब जहां पे उसका सिंटैक्टिकल इशू या कोई भी इशू आता है, it will raise an error. So Python is a interpreted programming language. Python interpreter will take care of the issues in the codes. All right. Then what else? Python is a extensible programming language. What does that mean? In simple terms, I have already a code in Java. Can we execute in Python? Absolutely. We can execute in Python as well. All right. So Python brings the functionality of other programming language, and also we can run that type of programming language in Python as well. तो अगर मेरा कोई C में प्रोग्राम है, I want to run in Python, I will able to do that. And that is what extensible is. Python gives a native support to it. So there is a native support from Python. What else? Python पे मैं दूसरी प्रोग्रामिंग का कोड चला सकता हूँ, राइट? क्या पाइथन का कोड दूसरी प्रोग्रामिंग पे चला सकता हूँ? यस, एंड दैट इज नोन एज एम्बेडेड प्रोग्रामिंग. So Python is an embedded programming. We can use Python in other programming language, and we can have a compatibility with other language as well. So we can use Python in other programming language. That is also one of the benefits. And finally, the one of the bestest, I would say, the benefit is Python is with rich libraries. Packages, इतने सारे packages Python में available हैं because Python is an open source programming language. तुम अपने खुद के पैकेज भी बना सकते हो. इतनी ज्यादा कम्युनिटी इसकी फैली हुई है. I can have n number of packages already available. I can do lot of things using Python. I can create lot of packages using Python, and I can use those packages without any issues. So Python has a rich libraries which is helping us to do a big step in very small steps. एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल देता हूँ. Those guys who know Java, I know, I think most of you guys may know that. Those guys who are non-technical, that ignore that. If I want to create OTP, मुझे OTP जनरेट करना है. It should give me, let's say, 6-digit number. How will I create that in Java? How many lines of the code we have to write? We have to write big lines of the code. At least कम से कम 10-15 लाइन की तो कोड बनेगी. If I talk about in Python, in Java, sorry. But if I want to do same thing in Python, how many lines of code we require? I want to generate a random number, guys, 6-digit OTP. How will we do that? How many lines of code? We will require only 3 lines of a code. Let me show you. So from random, there is again a package, import star. Okay, as I mentioned, it's a rich of libraries. Choose anything and done. From random, I choose star. That means मैंने सारे के सारे methods इस particular package से उठा लिए. We'll talk about methods, functions, all those things in detail again. Don't worry about that. But अभी के लिए ऐसा समझो कि एक प्रोसीजर है रैंडम करके, उसमें से मैंने सारे के सारे सब प्रोसीजर्स उठा लिए एज अ लेमैन टर्म. अब लिखते हैं for loop. We already know for loop. We already had a bit idea, but we'll talk about that later on as well. For I in range 10. Range 10 क्या करता है? 0,10 क्या करेगा? Random number generate करेगा 0 to 9. I hope you guys remember. Then print. Print क्या कराना है मुझे? Random integer. Rand int, जो कि 0 से 9 के बीच में कुछ भी हो सकता है. ओके, देन कॉमा, इसी को कॉपी करते हैं, फिर से इसी को कॉपी करते हैं. 3 डिजिट हो गए, 4 डिजिट हो गए, 5 डिजिट हो गए, 6 डिजिट हो गए, डन. यहां पर इसने 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 यूनिक OTPs जनरेट करके दे दिए मेरे को. You can see that with just 3 lines of a code, we are able to generate n number of OTPs. 10 की जगह तुम दे दो कुछ भी n, you will get those many OTPs. So that is what the benefit of Python. And finally, what I want to talk about in this particular section of the class is the limitations of Python. Python इतना अच्छा सब बोल रहे हैं, कुछ कमियां तो होंगी, but luckily or unluckily there are only few limitations. Limitations of Python, there are only two. The first one is, मैंने क्या बोला था, Python एक इंटरप्रेटेड प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज है, मतलब कि मुझे कंपाइल करने की जरूरत नहीं है, डायरेक्ट टू कोड चलता है. एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट मेरी पाइथन की जो कोडिंग है थोड़ी सी स्लो हो जाती है. ओके, सो परफॉर्मेंस वाइज पाइथन इज बिट स्लोअर, बट दैट कैन बी इंप्रूव्ड बाय व्हाट फीचर, एम्बेडेड फीचर और एक्सटेंसिबल फीचर. मैं किसी और प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज का हेल्प लेके उसको फास्ट कर सकता हूं. सो परफॉर्मेंस वाइज it is bit slower because it is an interpreted programming language. Second, mobile applications अभी तक नहीं जा पा रहे हैं. We will not able to create mobile applications from Python. It is not penetrated that much. So mobile applications, Python is not penetrated much into it. All right, so these are the only two limitations which we have in Python, but rest of the features you already saw. It is an amazing feature which we have in Python. Now what else we can do? Flavor of Pythons. Before I proceed with flavors of Python, I want to know any questions you have. Is this class making sense, guys, all of you? Or is it boring or just time waste? I can proceed with the future steps. I don't have any problem. Is this making sense? Are you guys understanding something? It's new to you or already aware of all this? All right. So now flavors of Python. अब Python के flavors क्या है? मतलब क्या है? Butterscotch, vanilla, no, right? So basically, the flavors of Python are C Python, जो कि basic है. C Python, which works on obviously on the C programming and the basic type of Python which they launched initially in 1974, right, when they started. Python का वर्जन जो ओरिजिनल आया था काफी लेट आया था, 1974 में सब चालू हो गया था करना, but the first version came in the market for commercial purposes came in 1994. So C Python is the very basic form of Python जहाँ पे उसने C से integrate किया and we are doing the coding. Second flavor is J Python, or also known as Jython, okay, which is for Java integrated programming language. Then there is one more flavor, Iron Python. Now what is Iron Python? C# करके एक प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज होता है एंड .NET करके एक प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज होता है. अगर मुझे उसको पाइथन से इंटीग्रेट करना है तो आयरन पाइथन की जरूरत पड़ेगी. फिर अगला फ्लेवर क्या है? PyPy. Okay, so the next flavor of Python is PyPy. Okay, now what is PyPy? PyPy is like performance. अब मैंने क्या बोला था कि पाइथन का जो परफॉर्मेंस है वो थोड़ा सा स्लो है, तो उसको हेल्प करने के लिए it is helping me to internally improve the performance of Python. So PyPy is a version which is helping me to improve the performance of Python. So performance internally improved in Python. VM, Python virtual machine. ओके, जो जिसके अंदर क्या चलता है, इसके अंदर चलता है JIT कंपाइलर, JIT कंपाइलर। इतना ज्यादा डिटेल में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है, because it will not be required for your interviews and all, but you should have a bit of idea. You can explore from your side what is JIT and all. JIT का फुल फॉर्म होता है जस्ट इन टाइम कंपाइलर, जस्ट इन टाइम compiler. Okay, so these are the versions of Python, or I can say flavor of Python. इसके अलावा और कौन सा है? Ruby Python. रूबी सुना होगा आप लोगों ने, रूबी करके एक प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज होती है, so Ruby Python. Okay, which helps me to run Ruby programs. What else? Anaconda Python. That is what is the famous Anaconda Python. अब इसका requirement क्या आ गया Anaconda Python? Because when we are dealing with big data, we require Anaconda Python. Okay, so Anaconda Python is helping me to play around with the big data. And the final flavor is stackless. Stackless is nothing but Python for concurrency. Suppose मुझे 5-6 जॉब चलानी है एक साथ Python में, और Python obviously 5-6 जॉब चलेंगे तो बहुत स्लो हो जाएगा, तो stackless is helping me to improve the performance for Python concurrency. So Python concurrency, concurrency क्या होता है? मल्टीपल जॉब्स साथ में चलाना. So these are the flavors which we have in Python. अब बात आती है Python लॉन्च कब हुआ था, वर्जन्स ऑफ Python. Python वर्जन्स पहली बार लॉन्च हुआ था 1994 जनवरी में, Python 1.0 Jan 1994. फिर आया Python 1994 के बाद डायरेक्ट 2000 में Python 2.0 which is October 2000. उसके बाद Python आया दिसंबर 2008 में, जो था Python 3.0. ओके, फिर एक नया वर्जन आया Python 3.6.3, वो आया 2016 में. आई थिंक फेब में आता, सो फेब ले लेते हैं अभी. और अभी लेटेस्ट वर्जन जो मेरा Python का चल रहा है वो अभी रिसेंटली लॉन्च हुआ है 3.8.2. okay, I think this came in this year only. So Python 3.8.2 which is the latest version, because कुछ महीने पहले तो 3.7 ही दिख रहा था मेरे को, so I think they launched now only, so this year 2020. okay, so these are the various versions of Python, and I already mentioned that अगर Python 3.8 में कुछ कोड है वो Python 2 में चलाने का ट्राई करोगे, वो 90% चांसेस है नहीं चलेगा, because Python is a programming language जो कि अपने आप को एनहांस करना चाहती है, बट उसको रिस्ट्रिक्टेड नहीं रहना है कि मुझे यार इसी को यूज करके आगे एनहांस करना है, उससे मैं कुछ लिमिटेड फंक्शनैलिटी पे अटक सकता हूँ. दैट्स व्हाई Python prefers to go with the various programming language and say that I will not support the older version. So if you are interested to move on the latest version of Python, kindly upgrade your all the codes with the latest version of Python. Okay, so that is what the idea about Python is. अब आती है बात थोड़े से टेक्निकल टर्म्स जानने की. So first thing which we will talk about is Python identifiers. Now what are Python identifiers? हमने क्या किया था, x equal to 10, right? हमने एक फंक्शन भी बनाया था, if you guys remember, def f1 कोलन, हम लोग ऐसे फंक्शन बनाते हैं if you guys remember from the past classes. आगे जाके हम लोग कुछ और भी बनाएंगे। फॉर एग्जाम्पल हम लोग उप्स कॉन्सेप्ट की बात करते हैं, तो हम लोग उप्स कॉन्सेप्ट में क्लास बनाएंगे। क्लास, क्लास का नाम दे देते हैं टेस्ट। ओके, सो व्हाट इज एन आइडेंटिफायर? A name in Python program is known as identifier. Whether it can be a variable name, whether it can be a class name, whether it can be a function name, whether it can be a method name, whether it can be a package name, it is an identifier. Abhi X is an identifier, F1 is an identifier, test is an identifier. ऑलराइट, तो जो भी हम लोग नया नाम बनाते हैं वो आइडेंटिफायर कहलाता है। So basically, a name in Python is an identifier. अब कुशाल, आयुषी, और कौन है क्लास में? मिलिंद, राइट? ओप्पो, ओप्पो इज आरजू, राइट? अब ओप्पो से तो मैं उसको आइडेंटिफाई नहीं कर सकता। I have to tell her that yes, your name is Arzu, right? So Arzu is an identifier. Arzu is a name of a girl, or Ayushi is a name of a girl. Kushal is a name of a boy, right? Who is in Nagpur, did his mechanical engineering, now is learning Python. So name is an identifier, but mechanical engineering and learning Python, these are the features of identifier. Okay, so basically X, F1, test, all these are identifiers. It can be a variable name, it can be a class name, it can be a method name, it can be a function name, or anything. जब भी मैं एक नामकरण करता हूं वो कहलाता है आइडेंटिफायर। अब नामकरण करने के लिए भी कुछ तो वो होते हैं रूल्स। अगर मैं अपने बेटे का नाम अथर्व की जगह टाइगर रख देता, ऑब्वियसली टाइगर नाम है ऑलरेडी बट अब बड़े होके मुझे बोलता है क्या क्या नाम रख दिया तुमने, राइट? या सपोज मैं उसका नाम रख देता लेट्स से चमेली, right? So obviously that is wrong, right? Because it's a girl name or maybe a flower name, which I cannot give it to him. So there are some conditions to give a name to the variable. There are some conditions to the name for any of the human being. अब मैं कुशाल का नाम प्रियंका तो रख नहीं सकता, right? Because he is a boy. प्रियंका का नाम कुशाल रख नहीं सकता because she is a girl. So there are some रूल्स बेसिकली कि मुझे ऐसा ही नाम देना है। तो रूल्स देखते हैं क्या क्या है। रूल्स ऑफ डिफाइनिंग आइडेंटिफायर्स इन पाइथन। पहला रूल, अल्फाबेट्स, चाहे वो कैपिटल लेटर हो चाहे वो स्मॉल लेटर हो, ओके, वो चलेगा। तो बेसिकली मेरा नाम मतलब मेरे फंक्शन का नाम या मेरे वेरिएबल का नाम शुड बी एनी ऑफ द कैरेक्टर्स। Give me a minute, guys. This guy is waiting. Admit. Anyways, so the first thing is first rule is it should be alphabets. It can be either both upper or lower. Okay, perfect. Next, what else? मेरा नाम नंबर से भी हो सकता है। My name can consist of digits as well. So name can consist of digits as well, 0 to 9. In my name, I can have underscores as well. So the third is underscores. Okay, underscore is like this. तो ये तीन चीज हो सकती है। बट इसके अलावा अगर कोई भी तुम कैरेक्टर लेके जाते हो, पाइथन विल थ्रो यू एन एरर. फॉर एग्जांपल, लेट्स से आई हैव money is equal to 100. I created a variable called money is equal to 100. Beautiful. I created money is equal to 100 as well. Beautiful. Let's say money is यहाँ पे 50 कर देते हैं. Okay. So I have a money variable. यहाँ पे money एक ही आ रहा है, small letter, और एक money capital letter भी आ रहा है. That means Python is a case sensitive language. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि money लिखा है तो money यहाँ पे भी money 100 असाइन हो जाएगा. No, it will create a different variable. अब तुम तीसरा वेरिएबल बना लो, MONEY, where M is capital, 200. Execute, देखते हैं क्या हुआ. MONEY दिख रहा है 200. Yes. ये कौन सी वैल्यू? 100. Yes. ये कौन सी वैल्यू? 50. Yes. Cool. So it is a case sensitive language. First of all, money, that's fine. Second is, इसको हटाते हैं अभी. Apart from underscore, if you go with any character, $EY is equal to 100, it will throw me an error. Okay, MO@EY, it will throw me an error. Okay, so basically when you are giving any name, the name should consist of lower, upper or digits or underscore. But अभी एक और चीज है, digits तो ले सकते हैं, मैंने बताया, but total 1 2 3 is equal to 100. 1 2 3 total is equal to 100. You see that मेरा जो नामकरण होगा वो हमेशा कैरेक्टर से होगा, और 1 2 3 जो डिजिट्स हैं वो बाद में आना चाहिए या बीच में आना चाहिए. TO T 1 2 3, दिस इज फाइन, नो प्रॉब्लम. बट जब भी तुम डिजिट्स को पहले लेके जाओगे, इट विल थ्रो यू एन एरर. सो बेसिकली 1 2 3 टोटल इज रॉन्ग. दिस इज wrong. Okay, so my name should be characters first. फिर देखते हैं अंडरस्कोर money is equal to 100. Will this work? Looks like yes, it is working fine. Let's check that. Underscore money, yes. मतलब कि मैं अपना नाम अंडरस्कोर से स्टार्ट कर सकता हूँ, no problem at all. So basically I can start my name with underscore, I can start with the name with capital or small characters, but I cannot start my name with integers. And it is case sensitive as well. That is what we learned till now. What else? आइडेंटिफायर का लिमिट क्या है? मतलब आइडेंटिफायर जो है, मेरा नाम जो है उसकी लिमिट क्या है? कितना बड़ा नाम हो सकता है? 32 कैरेक्टर्स, 64 कैरेक्टर्स, 128 कैरेक्टर्स, 256 कैरेक्टर्स. कितने कैरेक्टर का हो सकता है? एनी आइडिया, एनी रैंडम गेस? मेरा नाम कितने कैरेक्टर का हो सकता है? एनी रैंडम गेस? Sir, while using lmplot, I have used float value, so it encode error. My question is what floating string value? lmplot में string नहीं चलेगा. Why are you asking that question as of now? lmplot में it should be numbers only. मुस्लिम बोल रहा है 20 कैरेक्टर्स, मोनाली करिए 64 कैरेक्टर्स. हाउ मेनी कैरेक्टर्स इट शुड हैव गाइस? कम ऑन, सो रहे हो क्या? आई नीड रिस्पॉन्सेस, वरना मैं टाइम पास करूंगा ऐसे. No limit. I created a variable called xxxxxxxxxxxxxxxxxx, and you can see that it is 10. All right. So there is no limit on the identifier, but obviously it's not a good practice. इतना बड़ा कोड देख के डर जाएगा, इतने बड़े बड़े नाम देख के, right? So basically there is no limit, but it is not making any sense. So there is no limit of length of an identifier. Okay, why some functions appear in bold green, what appears in bold green not appears no? Yes, I'll come to that. आने दो, कलर का इतना ज्यादा मैटर करता नहीं है, इट इज जस्ट बोल्ड क्यों दिख रहा है, बोल्ड क्यों नहीं दिख रहा है, इज व्हाट मैटर्स, राइट? कुछ मशीन में अलग दिखता है, मेरे मशीन में ग्रीन दिख रहा है, तुम्हारे में ब्लू दिख रहा होगा, दैट्स फाइन, दैट इज व्हाट मैटर्स. But now can you tell me, can I create a variable like this? If is equal to 10, no, why? सबका नो फटाफट आ गया, because if is a reserved keyword, right? if एक function है, okay, तो मैं if equal to 10 लूंगा तो एरर थ्रो कर देगा वो. So I cannot use if for naming. Now एक और चीज बतानी है जो कि हम लोग आगे थोड़ा सा और डिस्कस करेंगे later on. When we are creating an identifier, so when we are creating an identifier with underscore, जैसे मनी किया था मैंने, right? Underscore and then the name, then this variable is private variable. Okay, private variable क्या होता है and all those things I'll talk about that later on, don't worry. फिर when we are creating an identifier with double underscore, then it is strongly private. What is that? We'll talk about later on. And there are some specific language specific identifier as well, which is underscore main underscore underscore dict underscore. These are my language specific specific identifiers, okay, जो कि हम लोग आगे oops concept में देखेंगे. These are like special variables defined by Python. Special variables defined by Python. So this is, keep in mind, we will discuss that once we reach to oops concept. All right, what else? So these are the naming convention, these are the naming. Use underscore if equal to 10, obviously we can do that. Reserved keywords. अब आती है बात reserved keywords की. हर प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज में एक रिजर्व्ड कीवर्ड्स होता है. सो पाइथन में कितने हैं? जावा में अराउंड 53 या कुछ है, 53 या 59 कुछ कीवर्ड्स हैं रिजर्व्ड कीवर्ड्स. रिजर्व्ड कीवर्ड्स को क्या क्या होता है? व्हाट इज रिजर्व्ड कीवर्ड्स? Words which has some meanings or functionality. So word with some meaning or functionality is what reserved keywords are. For example, true, green color, okay, it has some meaning. False, none, and, or, not, is, and again not. It is not a keyword, guys. Case sensitive. All right, so it should be small. कुछ कुछ small है, कुछ यहाँ पे देखोगे तो n capital है, so that you also have to aware of. फिर what else we have? If, else, elif, Then while loop, for, break, continue, return, in clause. केस नहीं है, there is no case here. Okay, there is no case in Python. Yield, there is no do while as well, guys. Okay, so if you guys are from different programming language, यहाँ पे बहुत सारी चीजें नई मिलेंगी, बहुत सारी चीजें नहीं मिलेंगी, नई भी मिलेंगी और नहीं भी मिलेंगी. ऑलराइट, सो बी रेडी फॉर दैट. सो जो प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज लोगों को आती है उसको भूल के आओ. कम हियर विथ फ्रेश माइंड. ट्राई, एक्सेप्ट. किसी ने पूछा था एक्सेप्शन हैंडलिंग के टाइम पे कि थ्रो चलता है, थ्रो नहीं चलता, यहाँ पे एक्सेप्ट चलता है. देन फाइनली, ओके, रेज, assert, import, from, as, class, def, pass, global, non-local, lambda, del, with. कितने हो गए? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33. Thank God. All right, so these are the 33 reserved keywords we have. यहाँ पर देखोगे continue और pass, ये दोनों अलग हैं, don't confuse with that. ओके, तो हम लोग आगे देखेंगे कि क्या करता है. दूसरा, सो बेसिकली पास क्या करता है? इट स्किप्स, basically when we want to continue, something goes wrong, then it will continue, and pass will be like it will not do anything, and we can use anywhere. However, continue we can use only on the loop. So there are some differences, we will see that later on. और ये जो रेस कमांड है, रेस की जगह हम लोग जावा में थ्रो बोलते हैं. If you see race somewhere, this is throw in Java. And lambda is an anonymous function, which we already discussed that how to create a lambda functions, if you guys remember. Let me make this as comment. Okay, so these are the reserved keywords we have, and you can see that all reserved keywords are alphabets. कोई number नहीं है, first of all, right? So we can put that in note. All the reserved keywords consists of alphabets. Okay, that is one thing which we can see from here. Second is what you see. I see that except true, false, and none, rest all are lowercase. Okay, so except, this except is different from this except. Okay, this alawa, iske alawa, except one iske alawa. Except true, false, and none, rest of the keywords are only in the lower case. I hope this is clear. Now जानना है कौन कौन से कीवर्ड है, तो देख लो यहाँ पे import keyword and then keyword dot kw list. You'll get all the keywords. Okay, अभी कुछ लेटेस्ट वर्जन में async async भी आ चुके हैं, so obviously some of the new keywords coming in as well, as it is like increasing language. So as per best of my knowledge, I have 33, and I think there are some increase also happening. So if we go with length of this, where it's a list, you can see 35. दो नए add हो चुके हैं इसमें. So total we have 35 now, which are looks like async and await. Rest all I think same. Okay, so async and await. Alright, cool. Now अब आते हैं हम लोग different types of data type. Print is not a keyword, guys. Print is a command. There is a difference between command and the keyword. Okay. Print हो गया, type हो गया. These are like inbuilt functions. You see here, I can create a variable Kushal. Print नाम से एक variable बना सकता हूँ मैं, but keyword के नाम से नहीं बना सकता. I hope this makes sense. All right. So now, different types of data types. We already aware of. One is integer. Second is float. Aware of that. I told you that there is one more data type which is complex numbers. Obviously, हम data science में use नहीं करेंगे, but complex number is also. Then Boolean, true false. Then str, string. Then byte. ये सारे चीजें हम लोग यूज नहीं करते हैं. That's why I did not talk about that. Byte. फिर तुम्हारा हो गया byte array. Then तुम्हारा हो गया range. Then तुम्हारा हो गया list. Then तुम्हारा हो गया tuple. Then तुम्हारा हो गया set. Frozen set. Frozen set is a set which cannot be changed. Then हो गया dictionary. And finally none. So these are the different types of data types we have. But for data science point of view, we will only talk about integer, float, boolean and string. In fact, list, tuple, set, frozen set, dictionary का भी इतना ज़्यादा usage नहीं होगा तुम्हारा. But we already discussed dictionary, sets, tuples and list. Almost every command we saw. So we will not very much touch that. We'll see if anything else we can cover. None we know already. Then range we already had a discussion about. Byte array as such जरूरत है नहीं, and rest of the complex numbers and all those we will not require. So these are the different types of data types we have. Now for example मैं एक variable store करता हूँ a equal to 10. मैंने क्या बताया था? Python is a programming language which runs on RAM. तो बेसिकली एक RAM है मेरे मशीन में, उसमें 16 GB की रैम है, उसमें कुछ जगह पे जाके वो a को स्टोर कर देगा. So a equal to 10 stored somewhere as a very layman term. But इस लोकेशन का एड्रेस भी तो होगा कुछ. अब मैं रहता हूँ गुड़गांव में सेक्टर 45 में हाउस नंबर 1531F सेकंड फ्लोर. दैट इज माय एड्रेस. बट इसका एड्रेस क्या है? To get the address of this, we have a command called id, and this is the address of this particular variable. So this is where this variable is stored in the RAM. All right. So that is about how we can fetch the address of my variable which we have created. I hope this is clear. So now this is what I think I will cover today, and we'll start again something new tomorrow. Any questions you have, please ask. And if